Gibby, The Frangie Show starts now on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, welcome in. Glad you're along for the ride on a Friday as we get set for another football weekend and a baseball weekend. A little hardball in the studio. There's worse things than that, aren't there, Brooks?
You are correct.
How about
there
that?
are way worse things.
How about that?
But it's also not good when the opposing team has runners on the corners. And now bases loaded. Yep.
Tyler Glasnow has loaded the bases.
Ball 4.
2 out.
Ball 8.
Ball 8.
Ball 12.
Ball 12. This guy is he wore the Project 34 shirt today, which is the coolest thing I'll tell about, which is a cool thing. I got to look. I don't want to talk about it yet until I know what it is. Mm-hmm. Trevor Williams, a pitcher for the Pirates, started it about someone who's in a wheelchair but is still a baseball scout, and I think they played together, and I'll learn more about it. But Glasnow wore it today. You have no chance to win, though. You know, right?
Because you're cheering. They are trying to provide hope and positive impact for the lives of individuals living with a spinal cord injury.
And it's based on the guy that's the scout for the Diamondbacks, right?
Yes.
So Ben, I don't know, but something like that. Anyway, Tyler Glasnow, I'm really pulling for this kid. So I told Lauren, now that I'm rooting for him, you have no chance to win. Okay, so I'm the kiss of death for you.
It's all right. You know what? The Rays had to get out of a couple different jams against the A's, and they did it. So Glasnow,
he's got 2
sweating
outs.
probably, but you know what? It'll be all right.
Bases loaded, but there's 2 outs.
Sending positive stuff in the universe. Happy birthday, Frank, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. I tell you what, you don't turn 45 every day, so it's it's a very special one. I'm Roger Maris today.
How about that?
That's really old. That's like real. It's about the 4th person that said, "Hey, you're Roger Maris." Roger Maris at 61 home runs and 61 to 61.
That's a pretty good number, and you're not old because my grandfather turned 98 today.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you.
Much younger than
Thank
him.
you for that really nice tweet. And how awesome is your grandfather?
He's great.
How awesome!
He's great.
You talk about paling in comparison in a tweet to someone. Okay, you know, I mean, I'm not even the AAA. I'm like the rookie league compared to him. So
he was 37 when you were born.
Yeah.
How about that?
That's incredible.
I know they're my entire life apart. That's what I realized. I did the math because occasionally I can do math.
Yeah.
Right?
How about that? And you took him to lunch today?
Yes, we went to Safe Harbor today. The only restaurant he will go to is the Safe Harbor, the one in Mayport. That's it. And obviously it's a busy restaurant, so we waited in line. But he was very happy when he got his seafood gumbo and his saltines and his lemonade and sat outside and watched the cargo ships go by. He had a great time.
Just punched him out. That was pretty cool. Threw a 90, only 99 on the black right there. And Glasnow pitched out of the death. Good luck. Gibby, you watching that?
No, I'm not. I can tell you what's worse, though.
Okay.
Poor Gibby.
Yeah,
Gibby, we need
poor
to switch
Gibby.
spots, man.
I know. Poor Gibby. I'm going to get to Gibby's game in a minute. But just so you know, that was 99 at the knees on the black. Good luck. Why swing? You're not hitting it anyway. Hope the guy calls it a ball, right? So, hey, thank you for that. A lot of things, and thank you guys for the beer. These guys bought. I'm a very simple guy, and Hayes and Lauren both kind enough to buy me beer because I'm a simple guy. So thank you. That was very nice of you. Thank you guys for doing that. A lot of things to get to today. Gibby, are you okay?
No, I'm not, actually. It's not good. The Braves have a major league record. They've lost 9 straight game ones.
Yeah, and I will tell you, last night, and I'm rooting hard for you, and I'm not. That's not a radio.
That's part of your
bit.
problem, Gibby.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm going to curse all you, and I'm sorry about that. But Gibby, you gut it out so much. You care so much. I mean that, and I was rooting for Gibby. So for people that don't know, it's 3-3. Was it going to the 9th, right, Gib?
Yeah.
3-3 going to the 9th. The Cardinals got 4 in the top. They go to the bottom. Acuna hits a 2-run bomb. Freeman hits a solo bomb, and those you were watching then, right, Gib? Yeah, of course you were. It was last night. Those were bombs now. They probably should have counted 2 runs each for the homer. The guy to hit the home run. And we wound up losing by a run. Gibby, what's your assessment of it? Bad bullpen? Did they pull Keuchel too early, Gib?
They did. Dallas Keuchel was brought in to do exactly what he should have done a little bit more yesterday. I think a lot more. They pulled Dallas Keuchel after 4 2/3 yesterday. Brian Snitker said himself in the presser before the game, this is why we brought him here. Well, don't put him in there for just 4 2/3, right. Because we got to get to our bullpen. Our bullpen is terrible. For the most part of this year, it's not been very good. The acquisitions they made to make this second half run to the playoffs have not been very good. And I understand that Chris Martin got hurt, and other people have said that, Snitker's just waiting to see if Keuchel can go Game 4. Who cares about Game 4 right now? You have a major league record 9 straight losses in Game 1s of postseason series. I'm worried about winning game one, and they turned it over to the bullpen way too early. I think that's on Snitker.
I 100% agree with you. By the way, I think he pulled him too. You know, we're watching when we're in here, but we're doing a show, so kind of half paying attention. Went back and kind of followed sort of the transcript of it, the play-by-play. And again, I won't tell you. My buddy Bobby, who's a diehard Braves fan, sent me a text last night. Said the problem was they pulled Snitker too early, and I didn't know at the time because it was we were kind of half watching it in here. Went back and that was really pulled him way too early. That was almost Gibby. That's almost a guy as good as Snitker's been in the regular year. That's almost a guy that I don't know. Maybe doesn't have enough experience in the postseason. Did he choke a little bit? Maybe is that too harsh?
Well, I think maybe you can definitely. I wouldn't argue too much with you on that. I think Keuchel. And here's the thing about Dallas Keuchel. He's a ground ball pitcher. It's not like he's exerting himself too much, trying to overthrow or anything like that. I'm trying to think of reasons you would pull him early, and I can't come up with any because he's a ground ball pitcher. He had 3 walks. He's not a strikeout guy. He didn't strike anybody out, but he gave them a chance to win. Only gave up an earned run yesterday, but to put in guys, and look, I know Darren O'Day's a Bishop Kenny guy and a Florida guy, but I don't know why you put him in that spot. Shane Green is, he's been solid. Here's the other thing: why did Max Fried only pitch 1 inning? He pitched 1 inning, struck out 2, and then they put in the rest of the bullpen who hasn't been great. So if I'm the Braves, I am a fan, I'm really questioning the bullpen management in this game.
Yeah. So Braves got to bounce back. But it's been a cool start too. And I'll say this now: the Cardinals are one of those teams that they kind of know how to win. They are.
Yeah, they always have.
They're kind of that team. So, hey, we got a lot to do. It is a Football Friday night brought to you by our friends at JOI, and it always starts with the first 2 hours are a Big Chief Tire Friday. Thanks to our friends at Big Chief. We always appreciate them. They do a wonderful job. Fritz and Reed and their whole team, they're spectacular. And thank you for being part of it. You need tires in this market, you go to Big Chief. It really is that simple. We always start with our Big Chief Tire Jaguar preview. That'll start now. We'll have our college preview coming up a little bit later on. But we're going to take a break now about the Jags. What to expect in Charlotte. What to expect from Gardner Minshew. You probably know by now that Jalen Ramsey has been ruled out. He won't even be on the plane, so there's no Jalen. They're going to play with Trey Herndon at cornerback again. Doug was talking about that a little bit today. And you made this point yesterday, Hayes. 2 team mirror images. These teams both came into the league at the same time. They are both playing backup quarterbacks and not highly drafted backup quarterbacks. They are both started the season 0-2. They are both have won the last 2 games. They both feel upwardly mobile. They both have sack attacks on defense. This really is 2 teams looking in the mirror. It really is. What to expect. We'll talk about it after this on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Get game day started early with a 1010XL kickoff show, powered by Coastal Equipment. Brought to you by Sawyer Gas and Mr. Rooter Plumbing with Lauren Brooks, at Tony Smith, and Hayes Carline. 5 hours before kickoff of every game.
What a great time to head to Alhambra because you can go see Brighton Beach Memoirs. Gibby saw it and thought it was fantastic. He took the girlfriend. He's been raving about it all day long. Man, what a wonderful show it is. It's not a musical. They rarely do a non-musical at Alhambra, so for them to do a non-musical, it's got to be really, really good. Well, Brighton Beach Memoirs is really, really that. It's an amazing drama comedy that's going to open your mind, open your heart, and you're going to have the best time. You're really going to enjoy it. Oh, by the way, a 3-course menu, which is fantastic. Shepherd's pie to chicken and waffles. You get to pick. So head to Alhambra to go see Brighton Beach Memoirs. Call 641-1212 or log on to the website, alhambrajax.com. You can find out about all the future shows, and you can go see a great show. Brighton Beach Memoirs, playing right now at Alhambra. alhambrajax.com or 641-1212.
How tough is the new 2019 Crewmax Toyota truck? Well, it's tough enough for Ernie Palmer Toyota and 1010XL to give one away this fall. Fact is, Ernie Palmer Toyota now has your toughest and coolest Tundras, Tacomas, Highlanders, and Sequoias just sitting around waiting for you to drive. So visit Ernie Palmer Toyota today and keep an eye out for the Ernie Palmer Weekly Pick'em Contest this football season on 1010XL.com, where you'll have a chance to win a Crewmax Toyota Tundra, only from Ernie Palmer Toyota.
Hacker here for Blue Chew and BlueChew.com. What is Blue Chew? Well, Blue Chew is the first chewable performance enhancement for the bedroom. And the great thing about chewables, they can work up to twice as fast than regular pills. Guys, when you go to BlueChew.com, your physician consult is absolutely free. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician. And if you qualify, guys, you get prescribed online quickly. One of the best things about Blue Chew, no awkward doctor visits, no trips to the pharmacy. That's because BlueChew.com will send you Blue Chew directly to your front door in discreet packaging. Guys, trust me. Go to BlueChew.com and our promo code JAX. That's JAX. When you do that, your first order of Blue Chew is free with only $5 shipping. Get your confidence back, gentlemen, and get Blue Chew at BlueChew.com. Remember to enter promo code JAX.
For the best price and service when it comes to your waste hauling and collecting, look no further than the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Jet Prosser here, and let me tell you, you're not going to find an easier way to handle your project cleanups than calling in the A-Team at All American. A J.B. Coxwell company, All American Roll-Off and Recycling has brand new trucks and cans in all sizes to fit your project needs. No hidden fees. Count on the best price in town. When it comes to cleaning up when the job is done, go with the A-Team at All American Roll-Off and Recycling. Visit us at all-americanrolloff.com.
I'm a lemon pepper guy.
I'm a lemon pepper guy.
I'm a lemon pepper gal.
You know who it is, and I'm a lemon pepper guy. Leon Searcy here for Wingstop. Come on, man. It's football season, and these guys have the best wings in town. Use the app and have it delivered right to your home or business. 5 locations, open until midnight, all season long. Serving up lemon pepper or any of your favorite mouth-watering flavors. Wingstop.com.
Can't stop. Wingstop.
1010XL and Beaver Chevrolet want to treat your office to a free lunch. This is Joe C. Me and Bucky from Beaver Chevy will bring Zaxby's to your workplace, and it's all on us. Just log on to 1010XL.com, click on the Wow You Lunch link, and sign up.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Craig Dewhurst in St. Augustine at 940-9740.
Pet Paradise is a comprehensive pet care provider offering boarding, day camp, grooming, and veterinary services. Pet Paradise has state-of-the-art resorts that offer safe, clean, and fun environment for four-legged guests and peace of mind for their owners. Pet Paradise has 5 North Florida locations, including one at the Jacksonville Airport. It's open 24/7. Visit them today, petparadise.com. Pet Paradise is the official pet service provider for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
This is the Mangler. By now you've heard my commercial for Advanced Disposal and our need for CDL drivers. As a result, we've added some good drivers to our team. However, we still have some positions to fill. We're looking for CDL drivers in Northeast Florida, especially in Clay County, St. Johns County, and yes, Duval. Come be a starter on our team. Earn a solid wage and get full benefits. Head to our website, advanceddisposal.com/careers, and get signed up today. That's advanceddisposal.com/careers.
Equal opportunity employer.
My name is Janice. I'm a client of Brett Hastings. Brett is the most brilliant, diligent, hardworking attorney I have ever met. He is truly dedicated to his clients and fights for them to the very end. Brett fought hard to win a large personal injury lawsuit for me. They are the very best legal team I have ever met. I would hire them again in a heartbeat.
Learn more at justiceforjacksonville.com. Law offices of Brett Hastings, where the injured find justice.
Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute has a new physical therapy and rehab center open in World Golf Village at the Shops of Mirabella. This will be the 12th facility in the North Florida region. The 1,800 square foot facility has extensive parking, custom-built amenities, a well-equipped gym area, and the same high level of care that patients have come to expect at JOI. Visit JOI.net for more information on the new location in World Golf Village. JOI, where the pros go.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 4 hours of nothing but football. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night on 1010XL.
On Sunday at 1 o'clock, the Jags and the Panthers get together. Really interesting team. So how do you play it, Hayes, if you're the Jags and you're playing Kyle Allen? Good arm, good player, not mobile, not a mobile guy. You're a team that gets after the quarterback. Now, so were the Houston Texans. How do you play this if you're – do you blitz? Do you attack? What do you do here?
I would try and get home with 4 and save the blitz because I want to keep as many guys out as I can for McCaffrey. So for me, with the Panthers dealing with 2 significant offensive line injuries, I would like to see – to me, this is a matchup where I expect Calais, Ngakoue, Josh Allen, DeJuan Smoot, Taven Bryan, Marcel Darius, Avery Jones. I expect them to generate all the rush and pressure we're going to need largely by themselves. And then that allows me to keep my nickel, although DJ Hayden's been excellent blitzing, but keep DJ Hayden and keep my linebackers, with an eye on Christian McCaffrey. Because I mean, we've heard of the spy. I might use 3 spies on Christian McCaffrey, and if they beat me, somewhere else because Olsen goes for 100 or more or a guy like that, then I can live with that. But I would make Carolina play left-handed. And to make them play left-handed, you have to really limit Christian McCaffrey's ability to burn you. He's still, I'm sure, going to get, his touches, but I would do everything I can to make Kyle Allen look the other way, and I would do everything I can to not get caught in a screen. Whereas if you blitz, he throws a screen to McCaffrey. Okay, now I've only got maybe 5 guys back. To me, that's a recipe for a long touchdown. So I would probably play more conservative this week against Carolina and hope that I can get there with 4.
Well, and you're going to certainly need that because they, in Greg Olsen, right, the tight end, they do have a really good weapon there. So I think the Jaguars, while it seems like a lot of focus is on McCaffrey, they are going to have to be balanced defensively. And Trey Herndon, with his 3rd start now, is going to have, I think, some tough matchups.
Talking to Doug, talking to some of those folks, I don't think the belief is that Trey Herndon played like crap. So it's for a while there it looked like, okay, they're taking advantage, they're going right at him, But Doug and I talked to Doug for a little while earlier, right before the show. I spend time with him before each broadcast, and Friday I usually spend some time with him. And I did not get the impression that they think, oh my God, we're in trouble, we got to send Trey Herndon out there. That's not the position. He's not Jalen Ramsey, we know that. Jalen Ramsey. But I don't think there's this belief, how do we hide this one awful trouble? You know what I mean?
Sure.
I don't think they feel that way. I really don't. I don't think they feel like, oh, we got this awful trouble area. Boy, oh boy, we got to hide him. I don't, and I'm trying to read that. I don't sense that. Do you sense that being around them?
I don't sense it. I was disappointed in how he played, and I'd be surprised if he got a tremendous grade. But I think it's one of those things where it probably wasn't his best day, but look at the totality of Trey Herndon. And I think the 2 years that he's been here, you've got to be pleased with where he was when he got here compared to where he is right now and where he might be going. I think they have found a gem, and I stand by that even after, he gave up some catches. I mean, corners are going to give up catches. And, I thought a couple of them on Sunday in Denver were pretty well executed throws by Flacco and a good catch by the receiver. So I still have confidence in Trey Herndon, and I agree with you. He's not Jalen Ramsey. But I think he is a player that is developing at a good rate, and it's maybe a little too early to put him in this kind of role. But I think Trey Herndon plays in this league a long time, and I think Trey Herndon, whether it's here or whether it's somewhere else, gets a pretty nice second contract somewhere.
Yeah, I do too. And one of the things they were talking, some folks we talked about today too at the stadium, Joe Flacco got sacked 6 times before the Jags got there. The same week Flacco was getting sacked 6 times, the Jags were sacking Mariota 9 times. And we talked about this last week. There was no way he was getting sacked for him. He was going to get that ball out. I bet you every day in practice, every day in film study, that was the thing. Get it out, get it out, get it out. And the plays where they beat Herndon, I'll bet if you go back and look, there were no 7-step drops. Now, 7-step drops are different now because everybody's in a shotgun. But I'm not saying it was a quick game, but it was pretty quick game. Didn't you think? Slants, quick slants.
I do. I also think Herndon's caught up in the Jalen Ramsey situation where Jalen Ramsey's diehard fans are going to see Trey Herndon struggle and say, see? And so I think some of it is a little unfair to Trey Herndon. Was it? I'm not trying to say it was a disappointing game.
Yeah, no one's saying the guy's this great cornerback.
Right.
I'm just saying.
But I think that's
an
element of it.
But remember, Jalen also gave up catches in week 1. It's not like this is a player who's never given up a catch.
Well, and in week 3. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Jalen did not have his best game. He had a really good game against the Texans. He did not have a great game against the Titans. He didn't play great in that game.
And what we don't know now is at what point was the back starting to flare up? Did he have somewhat of a back injury even going into that game? Did he play through it? That part we don't know.
Yeah.
But in good news, Gardner Minshew was a full participant at practice today, despite being limited the past couple days with that knee brace. So do we see the normal Gardner?
Can't hurt him. Can't hurt him. You know.
I'm not concerned.
Let me tell you what, ACL, you're going to have to work harder than that, okay? ACL commission, ACL association, I'm going to give you some advice. Might want to pick on another ACL. You're not hurting that one. So
who's the famous ACL surgeon? Is it Dr. Andrews?
He's one of them, yeah.
Okay, so tell him
Doc,
to put his knife back
that's
in
right.
its case.
Put it back in the holster. I think you'll see them be who they are. I think they'll play the way they've been playing. Look, there's no magic to their plan. It's a smart plan. I thought after a tough first half against Denver, they started getting the ball out quicker. I think Flip made some good adjustments, and they committed to running the ball, and they stayed with it. But the magic, Flip would tell you this, the magic isn't in this exotic game plan against the Denver Broncos. The magic is, A, they really started running the football, and the magic is in Minshew, who makes these incredible plays, right? That's where the magic is. It's Minshew.
Yeah, the song goes, "Do you believe in magic?" Right here around Jacksonville, the answer is yes, and it is Gardner Minshew. By the way, Flip said yesterday how well he sees the field. And, I heard Jaguars today talking about how few batted balls he's had. I think it's just 1 in comparison to Blake had 80. How is that even possible?
Doug told me numerous times his ability to understand what's going on against NFL coordinators and NFL defensive backs this early in his career is like nothing he's ever seen. He said for his ability to understand this stuff. Now, I think we all figured he was pretty smart, but he said it's like nothing he's ever seen. And so, look, I'm ruining the suspense. This is really bad radio. We should say, hey, we're not going to tell you who we're going to pick. These are some close games. I told you yesterday I'm picking Auburn. You guys haven't let the cat out of the bag yet, but I have. I'll tell you, I'm picking the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are going to win the game. I promise you, if I'm doing a talk show in Charlotte today, because they feel the same way about their team. Started off with 2 losses. They have 2 wins. They found this backup quarterback who's got his own magic. Every radio guy in Charlotte's picking the Panthers. I get it. I think the Jags are going to win. I think they're going to win.
Panthers don't win at home.
Yeah.
So if you're a radio guy in Charlotte, you're wrong.
They're their first win at home. So, but I do. I find stuff. And if Jalen can't play, and I wish he could, and I still think he's going to come back and play for the Jaguars. I still believe that at some point this year. But if Jalen can't play, I'm fine with him not even being on the trip. And to his credit, he was not a distraction last week. He made a point not to be. I think you said it, Hayes. Are you the one that said it? That made that he could have been a distraction by pouting or not being because he was such a team guy. There was nothing for the cameras to catch, which is really so good on him for that. But with him not there, there's no one. Now there's no cameras on him. Now it rarely comes up. It
only comes up if Trey Herndon lets his receiver catch a pass.
Every Friday we have a planning meeting for our broadcast for the Jaguars Network broadcast. We're all there and we talk about storylines and when do we go with this and when do we lead with that and where do we. And the Jalen storyline has been so prominent all along. Well, I'm glad as we put our broadcast together, it's not particularly prominent. You mention it. I mean, it's part of the story you got to mention. But it's not a particularly prominent part of the storyline. The Panthers and the Jags coming into the league at the same time and both being 2-2 and both playing backup quarterbacks and both feeling upwardly mobile suddenly, and Gardner Minshew, I should have started with that, is a way bigger story in our minds than the guy that's not playing now. So give Jalen some credit for not making it a distraction. He could be a real distraction. He could pop off and say something every day. He really hasn't. He has been a good soldier ever since all this stuff. And again, I do think he's hurt. I think one of the reasons I think there's some question about the validity of the injury, one of the reasons is because there's so little information. You know, if they had released, if someone said, hey, look, it's a S1, L4, L5, or whatever they call it, or L4, whatever. We'll ask Matt when he gets in here. And it's that, and usually that takes 2 or 3 weeks to heal, and here's the way we're treating it, and here's what the doc said. Then we would think more, we would accept the injury more, because we're just told it's a lower back, on the heels of being gone a couple days for the birth of your child, on the heels of being out because you're sick. That's what makes people skeptical, right? If we had more information about this injury, like we do a lot of injuries, I think that would positively affect the skepticism. So
I agree, and if it had been more noticeable when he suffered the injury against the Titans, had it been something where he was down and had to be attended to and had to be helped off the field, then obviously it would be, oh, okay, well, this is obviously serious.
And Marrone didn't remember him reporting that right away, so I think that also kind of adds to it. Everybody's looking at each other going, wait a minute, he said no, but then the Jaguars PR stuff is saying yes. So it does seem a little bit coincidental. And it came on the heels of flu, baby, hamster, all this stuff was just kind of all flying in the air. But either way, Hayes, I have a question for you. Quincy Williams, is he better than Telvin Smith? Has he been playing better so far in his rookie season than Telvin Smith played last year?
I don't think so.
But it's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good question. And I don't think they're not in the same stratosphere. But if I could snap my fingers and have Telvin Smith or Quincy Williams Sunday, I'd rather have Telvin Smith.
Okay, I would too. I answer the question the same way. But I get the question because he's tackling a lot of people and he's blowing up a lot of plays.
And he's super fast.
And they're both really fast. But ask that question again in about 10 weeks or 8 weeks. I think he's really good. I think they have a find in him. We talk about the draft class. Well, I can tell you, I'm told by numerous people that the one untold story is that Juwan Taylor's stoning people. Did you know that? And they don't necessarily want people to talk about that because you don't want to talk about an offensive lineman, but that he's stoning people. So he's stoning people. The Josh Allen has 2 sacks already. That 6th-round quarterback looks like he's pretty good. I think Armstead, if he gets going, is going to be pretty good. This is the point. I'm stealing your point. I shouldn't do this because you made this point before. But actually, I don't really mind doing it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it's your birthday, so right. Steal whatever you want.
But this is the only sample we have is 4 games. But 4 games, if Josh Oliver's any good at all, and who knows, but if he's any good at all, it's a pretty good little draft out of the gate.
It's by far the league's best draft.
You would sure think so.
And it's by a mile because of Minshew and Allen and the depth. I mean, now your 5th-round rookie running back is catching a touchdown in a key game. And, again, my answer of that isn't to knock Quincy Williams, who I think is really doing a great job, all things considered. But Telvin Smith has shown he can play at a Pro Bowl level and gives you a little bit more experience dealing with what Carolina how they might attack with McCaffrey, so I think Quincy is certainly progressing well, just not enough yet for me to say that I'd rather have him over Telvin. But I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up having a similar career to Telvin Smith in those first 3-4 years.
Yeah, so that'd be pretty good. Let's take a break. Let's get it to the health of others. Our friend Matt Paulus just stops by from JOI. He's going to talk about foot injuries, turf toe, Liz Frank, and a whole lot more. That's coming up on 1010XL on 92.5 FM, so stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Florida, Auburn, undefeateds in the swamp. Our college football game of the week, Saturday at 3:30 on 92.5 FM, brought to you by Community First Credit Union and Sonny's Barbecue.
Did you know that Scrubbles Car Wash now has 2 locations? the one you know and love in the St. John's Town Center, and one now in Fleming Island. That's right, Scrubbles is open at 1725 Eagle Harbor Parkway. And good news, Scrubbles has more locations to come. Lauren Brooks here. Scrubbles Car Wash uses quality soaps and solutions that help keep your vehicle streak-free. You will love the Scrubbles Tunnel Wash, and the Soapy Light Show experience is one the whole family will enjoy. Every 3-minute car wash package from Scrubbles comes with a self-serve vacuuming lint-free towels, window cleaner, and a free air freshener. Remember, trust the bow tie. You'll know quality once you arrive.
This is Jason March from March Motors. How would you like to cruise the beach in a beautiful new truck? Well, we've got big trucks with 35-inch tires.
And I'm Peppermint Patty. We have 4-door trucks that you can fit the family in and stay all day. 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, trucks under $20,000. You want them, we got them.
Check us out on Atlantic Boulevard or log on to marchmotors.com to start shopping right away.
Because at March Motors, remember, good credit, bad credit, we don't care.
But we do care about you.
They say the 2 happiest days of a boat owner's life are the day he buys his boat.
Woohoo!
And the day he sells it.
Sayonara!
For some, there's a third happy day. The day you join Carefree Boat Club of Jacksonville. Whether you like cruising, water sports, or fishing, your family will love their new cabin cruisers, bow riders, and center consoles. Now with 2 locations in Mayport and Ortega. Call 904-595-6841 to schedule a free tour today. 595-6841.
Okay, honey. I think we need to call Mr. Rooter right now.
Why? What's happening? Did you replace the toilet?
Yeah, but I think I cracked the pipe. Holding it together now. This could be bad.
At Mr. Rooter, you get upfront flat rate pricing, not an estimated hourly rate. No matter how long the job takes, you'll know your cost right from the start. Drain your pipes, not your wallet, with flat rate pricing at Mr. Rooter Plumbing. There's a reason they call us Mr.
Stonecore, Jacksonville's #1 shop for pavers, stonework, outdoor kitchens, and fireplaces, now has the highest quality all-weather outdoor furniture. Many colors, many styles, and made in the USA. At Stonecore, Phillips Highway, 1 mile north of the Avenues Mall.
Time now for a medical recap. A health and wellness tip from Jaguars head team physician Dr. Kevin Kaplan.
Degeneration or arthritis in the knee joint can be debilitating. While you can't regrow cartilage, you can strengthen the muscles around the knee to stabilize and help absorb stress on the joint. Strengthening should start with the quadriceps and hamstrings and the thighs, but should also include the hip and core muscles. Weight loss and nutrition should also be a part of protecting your joint, and don't forget to stretch. Go Jags.
Football season is here, and you know what that means, right? It's time to bet, win, and get paid at MyBookie.ag. MyBookie has odds on every game and more prop bets than any other sports book, and absolutely nobody pays out faster. You get your cash when you want it. Did you know you can bet on games after kickoff or parlay your picks to score a huge profit on a small wager? At MyBookie, you can. Don't play on some no-name sports book. If you're going to bet this football season, be smart. Bet with the best at MyBookie.ag. Sign up today and MyBookie will double your first deposit. That's up to $1,000 in free money to wager on your favorite teams. Use promo code RADIO right now to get your exclusive double your money offer. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code RADIO. Play, win, and get paid at MyBookie.
The Truck Accident Law Firm is a national truck crash law firm based right here in Jacksonville, focused on making First Coast roads safer through zealous advocacy for families of those injured or killed by unsafe trucking. The Truck Accident Law Firm focuses exclusively on tractor-trailer, bus, and commercial vehicle crashes. If someone you know is involved in a serious crash with a tractor-trailer or commercial vehicle, contact your local truck crash specialists at truckcrashlaw.com. Non-attorney spokesperson.
Hey, this is Beef from The Drill. Join me this Saturday and Sunday from noon till 2 at the grand opening of the new Adamek Harley-Davidson in St. Augustine, just off I-95. Enjoy food, drinks, live bands, and vendors. And you can enter for your chance to win Jimmy Buffett tickets.
Frank Frangie here for Center State Bank, Florida's business bank, but also a bank you could trust. You see, that's the big thing. I've got to trust my banker. Trust that they are truly skilled bankers, but also that my needs matter. My bankers at Center State Bank know me. They know what I need. Whether it's personal, business, loans, or beyond, they know me and I trust them. In the world of banking, that relationship really matters. a bank you can trust. Center State Bank, with 7 locations in Jacksonville and St. Augustine, Florida's business bank.
Right now at Ring Power, your local Cat dealer, get 0% for 60 months with 0 down on select new Cat compact equipment. Whether you're looking to buy, lease, or rent, we've got the right solution to fit your job site needs. Call Ring Power at 904-295-1062 or visit ringpower.com/CCE offer Jacks. That's Ring Power at 904-295-1062 or ringpower.com/CCE offer Jacks. Terms and conditions apply.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Starting the weekend with football. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night on 1010XL.
Welcome back. Glad you're with us. The JOI Football Friday. Part of it is our Big Chief Tire Friday, and part of our JOI discussion is about various injuries. Our friend Matt Paulus is here from JOI. How you doing, brother?
Great, guys. How are you?
Good to see you. Hey, we're going to talk about foot injuries. We teased that beforehand. But give me an overview. Jalen's got a back injury. I know you don't know what it is, but spasms could mean a lot of things, right? It could be it could be muscular. It could be disc. It could be he's going to see a specialist because they're not sure, I assume, right?
Yes. So obviously, if the traditional treatment hasn't worked at this point, then you send it to a specialist just to make sure you're not missing something. Right. Spasms happen for multiple reasons. Disc issues, the facet joints, which are like the little joints of the low back that you can sometimes injure. There could be a multitude of reasons as why he's having spasms, and so those are very hard to deal with at times and you just got to try to find the cause of it to try to fix it.
For any player dealing with a back issue, is that one of the hardest things for medically to pinpoint exactly what might be going on, if it's assuming it's not a severe injury?
Yes, if it's kind of widespread, it's not like pinpoint, accuracy, like show me with one finger exactly where you're hurting. It's usually like they take their whole hand and point to their back, right? So yeah, then there's so many layers of muscle and tissue in that area. So it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly what it could be. You just kind of treat the whole gamut and hope that it works.
It kind of seems to me that in playing such a violent sport, almost everyone could be on the injury report for a knee injury and a back injury at this point in the season, even just 4 games in.
Absolutely, and then with all the training and stuff too, the heavy lifting, the power lifting type stuff, you can tweak your back, you can herniate a disc, you can get a bulging disc, you can do a multitude of things that will cause back pain. And so I'm sure as all of us have had back pain, now I can't sleep 9 hours at night. I got to get up every few hours. If I try to sleep that long, my back is like super stiff and you can't move, right? So just imagine that at trying to run, tackle, jump, catch, dive, all those things that you do in all sports. It's really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, lower back's the worst. I mean, lower back, and mine acts
Neck's
up.
not fun either.
Yeah, nope, not at all.
All right, let's get to foot injuries. That's today's topic. Cam Newton might have Liz Frank injury. What in the world is a Liz Frank injury? And why is it called that?
Some doctor is what he diagnosed it and framed or coined the phrase Liz Frank after his last name, and that's how it's been named after. It's basically a midfoot sprain. Okay. So you have several bones in the midfoot that articulate together, and when you get a loading and twisting motion to the foot, you can kind of spread those joints apart, and that's basically what a Liz Frank is. So it can just be a sprain, it can be a fracture and a sprain.
But they're bad now, Matt. People miss forever with those.
Yeah, they're career enders. They could be, absolutely. And a lot of times they have to put a screw in along with some fixing of the ligaments to hold it stable enough so it can heal back. And then trying to get that motion, your foot has a lot of motion, so to get that motion back and normal push off and running, jumping mechanics are very difficult for those to return to.
I mean, hey, you hear Liz Frank, I think a year.
Yeah.
I think. Let's put it this way. I think the season, whatever season you're in,
absolutely.
You hear Liz Frank, you think the season.
You almost think you'd rather tear your ACL than have a Liz Frank. Is that totally off base?
No, not off base. I think the ACL is a little more predictable. The Liz Frank is not. obviously the surgical techniques have gotten better to fix them, but there's still kind of you don't know what you're going to get after surgery of whether they're going to get back to what they want to do or not.
Saquon Barkley had a high ankle sprain, yet this week we see him moving as if nothing ever happened. He's not going to play this weekend, but it certainly looks like he's going to return much faster than they expected. Is that just because he's built so incredibly well? Is he built unlike the rest of us?
There's a few out there like that. Adrian Peterson comes to mind, coming back, 4 months after his ACL? I mean, that's crazy. Just they're specimens. Their groundwork is level 10, and most people are 0, right? So when you come into the issue like that, they're usually going to recover fast. And they got the best nutrition, the best stuff going on too, so that helps. He might not have really done a high ankle sprain though; it might have just been labeled that.
Okay.
I would doubt if it's a true high ankle that he would be even talked about for this weekend, because what I heard earlier in the week, there was talk that he might even play. There's no way that that's really a true high ankle. He probably tweaked to some, but not to the level where you think of most people with a high ankle sprain are out 6 to 8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks.
Isn't high ankle sprain new? I mean, the injury's obviously not new, but last 10 years.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel that way?
It seems like that. I mean, we always knew that there was structures there that you could.
Because it's not really your ankle, right?
Right.
It's your upper leg or lower leg.
It's where the tibia and fibula meet together. It's that interosseous, connective tissue there can get spread apart. Then it's part of the ankle as well.
Well, you laugh about that, but the first time we covered it at Florida years ago, someone called it interosseous.
Yeah, interosseous strain typically is what it was called before a lot of times.
But I've heard that word.
Yep.
Interosseous.
Yep.
Interosseous.
I've never heard that before.
Interosseous. Yep.
Okay. You taught medicine, Brooks. You come here, okay? But it is. I mean, like an ankle sprain.
It's gotten better at. It's like a lot of these things. It's gotten better at diagnosing, and it's got better at rehabbing. So it's why it's probably a little bit more in the news as far as people understand what it is now and they know how to treat it better.
The Packers just ruled out Devontae Adams with the turf toe.
Yes.
Yeah. How tricky is that? What exactly is turf toe?
Turf toe is like basically a hyperextension of your great toe. So, and just think of all the motions that you do specifically in football, him as a wide receiver, cutting, jumping, taking off from his stance. All that stuff involves that push through your great toe. And so when you can't extend your great toe up, it hurts like crazy. So that's another hard one to treat. There's some taping techniques. You can put like a steel insert in the shoe to try to stop it from flexing there. The problem with that is then you put the stress other areas. So it's very difficult, and somebody skill position like that, it's going to be a lot harder for him to get back before a lineman. A lineman you can get away with a little less motion, but you still have to have that solid base, and so that's a tough one to recover from as well.
Sorry to give you bad news about Devontae.
Oh,
he's not that sorry, man.
I heard it.
He had a little smirk on his face when he was saying it. I know him. I know how he acts. Okay.
I was wondering why he had Green Bay up on his computer, so now it all rings true.
There you go.
And that's not because you're a fantasy owner necessarily of Devontae Adams. It's because you're a Packers fan.
Yeah, yes.
For people who don't know, but yeah. When it comes to shin splints, it's the reason that it's an excuse really that I use. Like, I don't want to run too often because shin splints, that can happen so easily. Is there a way to prevent that? You can't prevent a 2-run Astros home run, by the way. But is there a way to prevent shin splints?
Yeah. Well, there's stretching of your Achilles, calf complexes.
You stretch your Achilles? I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. Like you're supposed to do that?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. Because if you have tight Achilles, then you're changing the mechanics of how your foot absorbs that shock. Your foot has to absorb the shock in order to translate it through the rest of your body. So if you're poor at doing that, either you have a high arch where your arch doesn't fall at all, then all that strain is on those muscles. Or if you have a low arch that falls in very easily, then it's pulling on those muscles as well. All those muscles start in the foot and insert right on the inside part of your shin. So when most people point to their shin, and that's because they think the problem really starts at the foot. It's not necessarily up at the shin. So, some orthotics are a good thing that can help with that as well. If you have poor foot mechanics or positioning, if you have bad mechanics, like you run flailing your legs and arms out to the side. There's
Everybody's seen that person.
There's some things you can work on with that as well to try to absorb the shock a little bit more, maybe through the heel, not so much through the foot, to take the stress off those muscles that attach on the inside of the shin. So,
Matt, is it true, the old myth, that after you have Achilles surgery, your Achilles is stronger than it was before?
No.
That's not true. 'Cause that was the old myth. Oh, it's even better than it was before. That can't be true, right?
No.
The one God made has got to be better than the one the doctor made, right?
Absolutely. And there's same thing with Tommy John. Everybody thinks you're going to throw 3 or 4 miles faster after Tommy John. Not true.
Yeah.
So the Achilles, you're going to lose. You'll get 80, 90% of it back. Yeah, I rarely ever you can get 100%.
Right.
Now the elite athletes might get a little bit more, at least enough to do what they need to do. But most people will hobble with that injury for a while, and it's pretty tough. It's a pretty tough injury.
What's the best way to stretch it, or if you're going to work out, even for somebody like me, like if you're going to do it? Because I see a lot of, I'm 43, and I see that injury seems to be pretty common among.
That's prime age.
Prime age.
That's prime age to,
so what
to
are
pop an Achilles.
What are some things that like you should be doing before playing basketball? Or whatever?
Easy foot up against the wall. Heel on the floor, foot up on the wall, leaning forward. And then where people usually don't do the second part is, so your Achilles is a complex of 2 muscles: your gastroc, your big muscle that everybody sees, and your soleus, which is a little bit deeper in your calf. And the way to stretch that one is same exact positioning, but just bend your knee a little bit before you lean into it. That's going to get the soleus complex. So all of that together is the best way to help stretch it out a little bit before you run or jump or do those types of things.
Well, Matt, we were playing in a bunch of us, we were 100 years ago when I was in my 30s. We had a 35 and over flag football league. We were most of us between 35 and 40 at the time. 4-on-4 flags. And we played up at Bishop Canyon. In fact, played at that. I guess it's where the outfield of the softball field was, like a practice field for. And this is a true story. That a buddy of mine was lined up to go out for a pass. He was 4-on-4 in a small field. So he's, I don't know, 10 yards away from me. He tore his Achilles, and Matt, I heard it snap.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard it like a little fire, not a firecracker, but like a.
They say it sounds like, yeah.
It was unbelievable. I mean, I'm not next to him now. I mean,
pow, yeah.
Yeah, it was a pow.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard that? Have you ever been around?
Yeah, many.
It was bizarre. We all kind of stopped.
Yeah, and
like
most
a rubber
people,
band.
Most people think they got kicked in the back of the leg and there's nobody around them. You know? So that's the most common things we hear from people when they tear their Achilles. So yeah, it's usually an audible sound, and you felt like you got kicked right in the heel. So
I told you.
Ouch.
I know, I'll say this because every time you're on, I know he's listening. But my football league, we built Dale Whitaker's Mandarin office. Just so you know, okay, we built his we built his Mandarin.
Yeah.
So, but it was a snap. It was wow.
I had no idea that you're supposed to stretch your Achilles. That's what I keep going back to. Like, did y'all know that? I mean,
No.
we've been around sports.
I didn't.
So how do you stretch your Achilles if you can, I guess, describe that on radio for people?
He said it.
Well, it's just a calf stretch. So it's
Same thing, okay.
The Achilles inserts into the gastroc and soleus. It has a musculotendinous junction there, and so. Do you stretch the Achilles? I guess maybe not. Maybe I should have said stretch your calf more.
Yeah.
It's more of the muscle complex, but you are going to get some elongation of that tendon tissue when you're doing that stretch.
Okay.
All right,
Yep.
Matt Polish checking in from JOI. Is Wisconsin going to win the national championship of college football?
No, I'm not there yet.
Okay. I'm going to ask you that every week.
But Northwestern plays us tough all the time, and
Yeah.
so that was a little bit of a downer, but we'll see.
Who's going to win Packers Cowboys?
Better be the Packers. I got a guy I work with. I'll never hear the end of it, so I hope.
You need this
I already lost to the Eagles to my coworker, so now
need this one.
I lost a lunch on that one, so I definitely need to win on this one. So.
Matt Paulus from JY. Matt, thanks for stopping by.
All right, thanks, guys.
We'll bring in Pete Prisco to talk NFL after this, so stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings Studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, folks, that model year-end clearance sale continues along at Nimnik with discounts up to $15,000. See, here's how it works. At the end of the year, this is the time of year, early fall, when all those new models come in. Well, all those 2020s are there, so they've got to sell those 2019s, and they are great cars, but they need room on the lot. So how about $15,000 off a 2019 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab. Man, that is a great buy. Up to $9,000 off a 2019 Chevy Colorado. Up to $10,000 off a 2019 Chevy Equinox. That's the kind of deals you get at the model year-end clearance sale going on at Nimnik Chevrolet right now. Nimnik Chevrolet is located on Caston Avenue right there at Park, and they are legendary for great deals like this. Head to Nimnik today, won't you? Nimnik, your friends in the car business since 1941.
Hit it. Every contest has a moment where the rubber hits the road.
A 4th and goal.
Listen for the TireOutlet.com drive of the game on 1010XL. TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
As you want great barbecue, you want Bono's. Fast, friendly service, clean family restaurants, and the best barbecue around. That, folks, is Bono's. 15 locations in town. No matter where you are, you're close to a Bono's, and you're going to love it. Oh, and when you go to the stadium for the next time, you also can get Bono's throughout the stadium because Bono's is the official barbecue of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, if you want great barbecue, you want the best barbecue in town. That choice for you should be easy. You want great barbecue, you want Bono's.
Strict attention to detail. That's what sets Kubota construction equipment apart. It's how we maximize performance, increase strength, and give you the dependability you demand. We engineer our equipment precisely at every level. It's what makes us a leader. Now get financing as low as 0.99% APR for up to 60 months. Now through September 30th, 2019. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for more information.
Coastal Equipment on New Kings Road, Jacksonville, and now also in McClenny.
How much is hard water costing you? If you live in the Jacksonville area, you probably have hard water and it's likely doing damage around your home. If that's the case, you need to call me. I'm MJ Easterling, president of Florida Pump Service. A water softener can help save you money and even time spent on cleaning. Call Florida Pump Service today for a free, no-hassle water test at 269-0202 or visit floridapumpservice.com. Florida Pump Service. We make water happen.
Marine Max Jacksonville Beach and Grady White Boats are both ready to get you on the water today. Grady White is celebrating 60 years of providing the ultimate boat ownership experience. Whether you are a hardcore fisherman or just want to enjoy cruising Northeast Florida waters, Grady White has 27 models from 18 to 45 feet to choose from. Visit Marine Max Jacksonville Beach, marinemax.com/Jacksonville.
One night of iconic blues with two iconic performers. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Buddy Guy. And on the same night, Blues Music Award winner, the Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band. Saturday, March 28th at the St. Augustine Amphitheater. Buddy Guy and the Kenny Wayne Shepherd Band together live. Reserve seats are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
I'll let you in on a secret. Cruiser's Grill is a great new spot for watching football. Famous award-winning food, a full liquor bar, plenty of TVs, and that laid-back beach's atmosphere. Enjoy your best game day at Cruiser's Grill in Jacks Beach.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with the new fall arrivals from Mizuno. Discover layers of feel with the new MP20 range. The MP20 is the ultimate muscle back. The MP20 MMC uses multi-material construction for legendary feel and performance. And the MP20 HMB is a playable set of hollow, tungsten-enhanced irons for many skill levels. Let us help you get custom fit for free today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day, 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Getting you ready for the game. Pre-Game Friday, brought to you by MyBookie and TIAA Bank.
You know you'd like to add an $80 gift card to your wallet. Well, that's exactly what you can get this October at any of Tire Outlet's 9 locations. Mike Dempsey here for the Yokohama Fall Rebate at TireOutlet.com. You receive up to $80 on a Visa prepaid card or Visa virtual account with your purchase of 4 select Yokohama tires. The Yokohama Fall Rebate offer. Only this month. Get up to an $80 rebate. See more rebates and info at TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices and premium service.
Hey Jacksonville, Wally from Pro Drivers. If drivers are important to your business, please give us a chance to show you how we can help you drive better results. We didn't become the nation's highest rated provider of professional drivers by accident. Call me at 904-801-9451.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg of Underwoods. Clayton, we have all seen Forevermark diamond ads on television. Tell us about them.
Frank, Forevermark diamonds are a group of diamonds that have been separated from diamond productions in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, and Canada because they're beautiful, rare, and responsibly sourced. Also, because the sale of these diamonds benefits the communities they come from, they're selected to carry the Forevermark icon. At Underwoods, we've sold South African and Namibian diamonds before, but Forevermark's different because these diamonds are traced and individually cared for from the mine all the way to her finger. And less than 1% of all diamonds qualify to be Forevermark. These diamonds also only sell through an authorized network of diamond cutters and retail stores that are carefully selected just like the diamonds. Underwoods is proud to be a part of that network, and we were one of the first 5 in the United States to join.
Underwoods, where customers are served with quality and respect. In San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Barbecue chicken? Check. Jalapeno cheddar hot links? Of course. Pulled and sliced pork? Double check. St. Louis ribs? Oh yeah. Looks like the barbecue gang's all here. All that's missing is you. Come in for pick of the pit combos at Sonny's. Pick 2 or 3 barbecue favorites with sides and bread starting at just $10.99 for a limited time. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pit masters since '68.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
This is your local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. The Jaguars have ruled Jalen Ramsey out for Sunday's game at Carolina with a back injury. The Jags will now be without Ramsey for a second week in a row. Ramsey is expected to travel this weekend to see a specialist for his back issues. It's a long list of injuries for the Carolina Panthers. Several have been ruled out. Cam Newton is already going to be ruled out. Dante Jackson, Trey Turner, Greg Little, Chris Manhertz, and Chris Hogan all are out for the game for Carolina. Former Florida State defensive end Brian Burns is questionable for Carolina on Sunday. Visit 1010XL.com to enter the Ernie Palmer Toyota 1010XL Weekly Pick'em Contest, where you have the chance to win a 2019 CrewMax Toyota Tundra valued at over $50,000. At 4:01, 87 degrees. Your time and temperature brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000.
This is Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night on 1010XL.
And we welcome you back to our program. Let's talk a little NFL. Get me fired up for me, will you?
Time for all things Jaguars and NFL with Pete Prisco. The Prisco Report, presented by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles.
Showtime.
On The Frangie Show.
All right, head out there to Showtime, corner of Shad and Phillips Highway. High-end autograph cards of Gardner Minshew are available now.
Ooh.
Newer autographed items of Pat Mahomes. Oh, I don't know, Gator Peter Alonso, the terrific baseball player. You need it. They've got a new showcase with all the hottest current players. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, boy, is he good, and a whole lot more. So head to Showtime today. It's the best collectible store around. Pete Prisco joins us now to talk NFL. Peter, how are you, buddy?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Good. Hey, you have a birthday in, hang on.
You had one today.
You have a birthday in 8 hours.
Happy 70th, Frank.
And likewise. I've told this story before. My birthday's the 4th, Pete's the 5th. 1 year at Glory Days, we drank right at midnight. Right? Remember that, Pete? When we were knocking them back right at, we said one day we're going to do that. And it might have probably came on a Thursday night. And so we got the Glory Days and we were knocking them back.
Happy early birthday, Pete.
Yeah. My brother's birthday was yesterday, and he turned 60. Richie turned 60, Frank. I mean, we're old.
We are old. Boy, that is the truth.
What are you now? You're 60.
61. I'm Roger Maris. And you're
oh, my God.
You'll be 59 tomorrow?
Yeah, 59.
59 yeah. So we're all old, Pete. Old guys. This Gardner Minshew thing, I ask you every week. I feel like a broken record, but I'm not going to bury the lead. It's real now, isn't it, Pete? He may have a bad game. He's going to have a bad game because everybody has bad games. But his understanding, he's ahead of the game. He's ahead of the curve. He understands what the defense is doing. It's not fake anymore, is it? This thing is real.
No, it is real. I mean, you pop on the tape and you see a quarterback who's confident in his abilities. He spins his head. He gets out of trouble. He stays calm when he's getting out of that trouble, and he keeps his head up. And no, it's real. I mean, the throw to Chark that was called back for the illegal hands to the face penalty was vintage NFL quarterbacking. He held the safety in the middle of the field. He could have gone to the middle of the field, because the tight end was open as well. But he held the safety. The safety got caught kind of in no man's land, and he fired that one into the, they call that the honey hole, whatever that is, and he hit it. I mean, and it was perfect NFL throw, perfect NFL quarterback, and I tell you what, I am more than impressed with the guy.
Pete, first off, happy early birthday. What do you think if he starts to struggle, why will he start to struggle? What will be something a defensive coordinator starts to pick up on that they can possibly take advantage of, in your opinion?
Well, I think, complexity. I think when you look at throwing, like if he played New England, and they threw all their looks that they throw at people and all those different kind of disguised coverages, that could give him some problems. But for the majority of the defenses, the basic defenses, I don't think they're going to pose any problems to him. And down the road, that won't pose a problem to him because he's such a smart kid. So, it's hard to say. I think ultimately, and he put that shot in there last week, but can he do that consistently week in and week out? And because, that was the one knock on him. Remember in the preseason, everybody was talking about his arm strength. Was it good enough? I always thought it was good enough. I didn't think it was as good as it's been. And so he's like one of those guys like Drew Brees. His arm gets stronger as the season goes on, and it's amazing to watch. It really is.
The Jaguars didn't get to Joe Flacco, but can they get to Kyle Allen tomorrow with the banged-up Panthers offensive line?
Yeah, that's bad for them. I mean, they put Darrell Williams was playing left tackle, was really struggling. They moved him to the left guard when Turner went down and put in Greg Little, who's an SEC guy and a good player and is going to be a good left tackle, but he struggled too. So yeah, both those guys down. Now they have to decide where they're going to play Williams this week. I think this is an opportunity for a defensive line that didn't play that well last week. Lost in all the comeback and Minshew mania and all that was the fact that was a bad Denver offensive line, and Jacksonville didn't pressure very well. And that's a little bit concerning for me.
Hey, Pete, is Kyle Allen like Minshew good and nobody realized it, or is he like living on a prayer a little bit here? What do you think?
I think he's pretty good, Frank. I don't think, if you ask me which one is better, I think Minshew's better, but he's pretty good. He's another one of those guys that knows where to go with the football. He's calm. He gets the ball out. He doesn't hold the ball. And, I think he's pretty good. And, remember, he bounced around in college. What was he, at A&M, he was with Kyler Murray.
Right.
And then he went to Houston. And so he's bounced around a little bit. But, yeah, he's pretty good.
Pete, what's your opinion of Christian McCaffrey, and how should the Jaguars go about trying to contain him?
Well, he's number one priority. I mean, look at all the touches he had. What do you have, 38 last week at 39? I mean, that's a lot of touches on a small back. So he's priority number one. If Kyle Allen beats me outside and he beats me, like throwing to Greg Olsen, so be it. But I'm taking away McCaffrey, everything and anything I can. If I have to load the box, if I have to, if I put somebody on him in man coverage and over the top when he's, getting in the passing game, I just think he has to be taken away to win the game.
On the other side, can the Jaguars' offensive line block the Panthers' defensive front?
It's interesting because they've become 14 sacks in the last 2 weeks. They've gotten after the quarterback, but they've played some bad lines. I mean, really bad lines. So I'm curious to see how the Jaguars line, which I think is getting better. They had a better game last week. And, Miller and Chubb got theirs, but they're going to get theirs. I know they didn't get him early in the season, but they're going to get theirs. Chubb not so much anymore because he's out for the year, but Miller's going to get his throughout the season. I think this line played better last week, and I do think they can protect against this group. And Burns is questionable. That would be big because he's had a good start to his career if he doesn't go for Jacksonville.
Fournette had the big game. A one-off, or are we going to see more of that? I mean, I'm telling you, Pete, that offensive line is questioned as it has been. Fournette and that line kind of took over that game in the second half now. Will we see more of that, do you think?
Yeah, and by the way, I think Armstead getting the touches last week helped him.
Yeah.
You give him a little breather, get him out of there, and Armstead ran hard too.
He
So
did.
yeah, I do think that for me it was more of the line. The interior of the line had a bad couple weeks, and those guys, Linder and Norwell, make a lot of money. They had to be a lot better than what they were playing, and they seem to do that in this game. And if those guys can do that. Look, your tackles, they're young tackles, but they're both pretty violent, nasty players in the run game. And I think they're going to get better and better as Robinson gets, healthier and as Taylor gets more comfortable playing that position. So, yeah, I don't think it's, he's not going to go for 200, but he can go for 110, 105 consistently if they keep pounding it. That's the one thing, Frank, they didn't get away from the run.
What do you make of Jalen Ramsey being ruled out and Doug Marrone saying that they're going to have him go see a specialist?
Well, and I think that's the right thing to do. I mean, if you look at this whole situation, he was sick. Let's be real. He was sick, and everybody knows that. He also, his wife had the baby. I mean, his girlfriend had the baby, so he legitimately had a baby, and now he's banged up. And they're not trading him. I've been saying that for weeks on your show. I've been saying it all over the place. They're not trading him. Shad Khan does not want to trade him, and he's smart. Why would you trade him? This team it can make a little run here, and why do you want that infiltrating your building? Any player who's a malcontent or not happy with the situation can come in and, I want out. No, you're not going anywhere. I have you under contract. I drafted you. I'm developing you. And I think my team has a chance to win this year. You're not going anywhere. You either play for me or you don't play. And I think in the end, he'll be smart enough to realize he's going to play.
I think so, too. Pete, who wins, Jaguars or Panthers?
I think Jacksonville wins. I think Minshew Mania, you're getting a full dose of it. You're going to continue to get a full dose of it. By the way, guys, I asked this question on the show with Tony the other day. If you had to make a choice right now, if Foles was healthy right now, who starts?
Boy, that's a hard one to answer. I tell everybody that by the time he comes back, we'll have enough information, Pete, that it won't be that big a surprise, whatever they do. But today it would be, wouldn't it? If he came back totally healthy, totally healthy, I would probably start Minshew Sunday. I don't know that and then I'd see what we've got, right? But I probably would start Minshew on. What about you? How'd you answer it?
Probably, I have a tough one. I fight it because I'm not a big believer you take a job from an injury,
right?
But again, he's played to the point where he's won the games. And let's put it this way, Frank. If they go to Carolina and win on Sunday, I think it's an easy decision. You keep him in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what when he really does come back, if the Jags are then 7-2, there's no way you change. No, I don't think that's even a discussion point. I think if they come back and the Jags are 5-4, 4-5, then it depends on how he's played, right? Hayes, I mean, wouldn't you say that?
I think he's got to win 4 of the next 5 to keep the job.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
that's what I think. I think if he goes 3-2 and they're 5-4 coming out of the bye, they shake his hand, they thank him, and they hand the job to Nick Foles.
Don't you think something like that, Pete? If he's red hot and they're winning all their games, he stays in. If he's up and down, he doesn't.
So So what'd you say, Hayes? If they win 4 or 5, he's out.
What would their record be?
No,
I think he's got to win 4 of the next 5 to keep the job, assuming Nick Foles can come back at the earliest date possible, November 17th against Indianapolis. Like if he can really be medically cleared for that to come off IR and play then I think Minshew's got to win 4 of the next 5.
What if he wins 3 of the next 5 and the defense blows those 2 games? Then what do you do?
I think they will start Foles.
Interesting.
Yeah, they probably will. I wouldn't if it's in that scenario. If he's playing well enough that he's kept him in the games and his defense blew a couple games, I would not take him out of the game. Here's why. And nothing against Nick Foles. I just think there's something about the kid and his teammates and the fans, and there's a cockiness and a swagger. And he's people, you're getting attention all over the country now. I mean, yeah, Nick Foles was signed to be the starter, but sometimes things happen. And if that happens if they win 3 of the next 5 and he's playing really good football, the same type of football he's playing right now, I'd have a hard time taking him out.
You hit it as we wrap, Pete. You hit it. If it's all the stuff, if the stuff's still in the air, the mustaches and the headbands and Good Morning Football and NFL Tonight and all, if all that's still out there, then I think he stays in. We don't know that for 4 or 5 more weeks. Pete Prisco checking in, as always, from CBSSports.com. Thanks, Peter.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, man. Pete Prisco talking NFL football with us. As always, brought to you by our friends at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Again, high-end autographed cards of Gardner Minshew. New showcase with all the hottest current players. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey, so many more. Boy, it's a great time. Never a bad time. If you're in the collectibles world, go to Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on Phillips Highway at Shad Road today. Gibby, can I get an injury report, please?
The personal injury attorneys of Farah and Farah present this injury update. Farah and Farah, protecting you and your family since 1979.
Well, the headliner today for the Jaguars, as we've discussed, Jalen Ramsey will miss a second straight game with his back injury. The rest of the injury report pretty short for the Jags. This is good news. Gardner Minshew was full in practice today. Lorente McCray is questionable for the Jags, and Josh Oliver will miss another game for the Jags at tight end. Now, the other part of the ledger for the injury report, the Panthers have 6 guys that are out, 3 that are questionable. Among the guys out, starters Trey Turner and Greg Little. Also, Dante Jackson. We know that Cam Newton is going to miss the game. And the 3 guys that are questionable, Brian Burns, Gerald McCoy, and Eric Reed.
That is our injury report. Well done, Gibby. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into college football. The Big Chief College Football Preview is next, so stay with us.
Now, the Lamb Rant, brought to you by the Best Bet Card Rooms at Jacksonville and Orange Park.
Gardner Minshew deserves all the credit he's getting. From his unusual background to his quirky personality to his stellar play as an NFL rookie. His is a Hollywood script waiting to be written. But it may not even be the best rags to riches quarterback story in North Florida. You could argue that belongs to the Gators' Kyle Trask. Never starts a high school game. Playing behind a 5-star prospect, Eric Rice. Gets a scholarship to Florida nevertheless. Redshirts as a freshman and sees occasional mop-up duty until this year as a redshirt junior. Forced into the Kentucky game and leads a fourth-quarter comeback. Gets his first start since his freshman year back in Mansville, Texas versus Tennessee and plays well. Shines in his second start against Outman Towson. Now he's the centerpiece of the Gators offense as they take on Auburn in the Game of the Week nationally. It's been an incredible journey. You could probably appreciate it as much as Gardner Minshew.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you listen to one commercial today, listen to this one.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet are doing it again. This year, we will recognize 12 local heroes in our community and honor them with a brand new vehicle. 12 heroes will be getting 12 new vehicles. Nominate a law enforcement officer, firefighter, EMT, nurse, teacher, veteran, and new this year, your local WOW hero. Head to localwowheroes.com to nominate and vote today. Let's wow our heroes.
The regular season is underway, and the storylines are beginning to unfold. Will a team go 16-0, currently sitting at 5-1? And at 6-1, will a team remain winless the rest of the season? Let's not forget individual team championship odds, and of course, will a QB win MVP? Follow all the action at betonline.net as the top teams in football continue down their road to Miami. Before the next kickoff, head over to betonline.net on your laptop or mobile device and check out the site today. Bring the game home at betonline.net.
Leon Searcy here, and my good friends over at R&R Tire Express want you to fall in love with your ride all over again, just like I did, with a new set of custom wheels and tires. How? It's easy to go to 1010XL.com/R&R Tire Express wheel and tire giveaway. Register for your chance to win a $2,000 R&R tire and wheel package. R&R Tire Express hooked me up, and I'm loving my ride all over again. And you can too. Just hit up 1010XL.com/R&R Tire Express Wheel and Tire Giveaway and register today.
Get to and from the Jaguars-Saints game with ease. For your chance to win passes to take JTA's Game Day Express presented by Whataburger to the game, text JTA to the text line built by Lifetime Enclosures at 641-1010.
This is Dr. Stephen Lucy, the head team physician for the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. JOI is proud to provide sports medicine services not only to the Jumbo Shrimp, but also Jacksonville Jaguars, Jacksonville Sharks, the Armada Soccer Club, Jacksonville University, Florida State College, and the majority of local high schools. You too can receive the same high level of orthopedic care that professional and college athletes receive. It's no wonder why coaches, parents, and athletes choose JOI, where the pros go.
Fall and football create the best season of the year, and I have almost everything I need to root for my favorite team. All I'm missing is the ultimate game day meal. Luckily, Publix, the official supermarket of the Jaguars, is bringing back the Jaguar sub for a limited time. You'll love the Publix Deli hot chicken tenders, boar's head bacon, cheddar cheese, sweet coleslaw, and barbecue mayonnaise on a white sub roll. And so I don't miss kickoff, I can place my order online for in-store pickup. Go to Publix.com/JagSub to get your Jaguar sub. That's Publix.com/JagSub. 1010XL Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Tax problems can be extremely stressful and cause financial devastation. The tax attorneys at J. David Tax Law are right here in Jacksonville to be your personal advocate and resolve your IRS or state sales tax issues. J. David Tax Law focuses on your needs and case outcomes. Don't be fooled by out-of-town tax companies that focus only on signing you up without even working with an attorney. At J. David Tax Law, only highly experienced tax attorneys will represent you. If you have federal or state sales tax debt, payroll taxes, bank levies, wage garnishments, tax liens, or unfiled returns, have a sit-down with J. David Tax Law and get the help you need. Never trust your tax situation to anyone you can't walk in and look in the eye. Call J. David Tax Law for a no-cost consultation at 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or go to jdavidtaxlaw.com. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting! I love the fall in Jacksonville. You know what else is absolutely out of this world? The fall over at the Blue Crab Crab House. Sit out on that deck, enjoy the best Bloody Marys in town. Absolutely a staple right here throughout the city. Located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose, the best seafood, crabs, oysters, it does not matter. Locally owned and operated going back to 1996. I'm talking about the Blue Crab Crab House, located on Julington Creek Road in San Jose.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, and every night when I put my head on the bed, I never have to worry about my roof. Thanks to Preferred. Roofing contractors are plentiful in the Jacksonville area, but they're not all alike. A roof is a large investment and should only be installed by licensed, insured, and reputable roofing contractors. In business for over 40 years with an A-plus rating by the Better Business Bureau, Preferred Roofing is a logical choice when searching for the best contractor. Pick Preferred Roofing and sleep easy at night.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 4 hours of nothing but football. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night on 1010XL.
And always a big Chief Tire Friday here on The Frangie Show. Frank Hayes, Gibby, and Lauren with you until 5 p.m. this evening, and then the JY Football Friday night continues with Into the Night with Rick Ballou. Florida-Auburn is going to be our big Chief Tire college preview. Florida's offensive line coach John Hevesy said that this Auburn D-line is as good as any he's faced in his 15 years in the SEC. Frank, you are picking Auburn, so you must think it's pretty good too.
I don't think Florida can block them, which means I don't think Florida's going to be able to score very much, and I think Auburn will score enough. I also don't think Florida's great against the run. I think Florida's better when you're dropping back. Florida's defense can really run. I think they can run and cover. They can sack quarterbacks and cover. I don't think they've got a great interior. I think you run right at them. I think their tackles are okay.
By the way, if that's true, Auburn's averaging, I think, like 250 yards rushing per game. That would be a problem.
And I think they're going to run right at them. Adam Schuler's actually played pretty well. Kyrie Campbell's played okay. The rest of the tackles aren't very good. So I think I think Auburn's going to run right at them. I'll tell you, Lauren, I said the other day. More times than not, the team with more good players wins the game. If they're pretty even in terms of how many good players, and these teams are obviously close, the team with more good players in the trenches wins the game, and I think Auburn has that. I might be wrong. I want to be wrong. I'm rooting for myself to be wrong.
Well, but you have to look at it. Can Auburn's offensive line block the Gators' defensive front?
That's why. Yes, that's why.
You think they can?
That's why I think they can run the ball. I think they'll go right at. I think they'll run right at them. I think it's going to be a frustrating game for Florida. Hayes, the good thing is Auburn's not explosive either. Despite what happened last week, Auburn's not to go up and down the field. You look up and they've got 28 points on the board. This isn't Alabama. So I think it's a defensive game. I do think it can be a who fumbles, who knocks out the fumble of the other guy's hands deep in his territory game. I think Cal Trask, there'll be a lot of short passes. I agree with all the people that think the game plan will be similar to last year's Mississippi State win. I do believe that Florida will be in this game. I just think Auburn, at the end of the day, Auburn, too tough, too athletic, too physical, a little more so than Florida.
Yeah, I think there's certainly no question that Auburn's better in the trenches. The matchup that I think Florida can take advantage of is their receivers have size. And I think they really haven't used that much this year. And I think this is the game where Dan Mullen has sort of circled, this is where I'm really going to unleash Jefferson and Grimes. And I think that's what we're going to see. I think each of those guys are going to be in the 7 to 10 target range, which is a lot because Florida right now is only running about 60 to 65 plays a game. You'd like that number to be up. But I think almost a third of the plays tomorrow are going to be passes designed to get Jefferson and Grimes the ball. I think it's good that they've established some other threats because I think when Auburn watches Florida, I think even if they think that Grimes and Jefferson are far more talented than the others, you have to honor the fact that it is spread across the board. They really don't have a star. If you look at if you watch them, you look at the stats, and I think this is where Mullen is going to tell Trask, Jefferson and Grimes, if they're not double covered, they're open. Throw it to them, and I think they're going to come through for them. And then I think the defense is just going to ride what I expect to be a amazing crowd to a couple of key takeaways and a couple key stops. Florida's a bend but don't break defense, so I think Auburn is going to. I think most Auburn drives are going to be in Florida territory at some point. But I think it's one of those things that once they get inside the 30, I think you'll see Florida tighten up and force some miscues. And I think Nix he'll make some plays that make you think that he might be a future Heisman contender in the SEC. But I think he will make a couple plays tomorrow that he'd like to have back. I think Florida wins a crazy, emotional football game with probably walking away thinking, yeah, Auburn's probably better, but it was at the Swamp, and that was the difference.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Hayes. If Florida wins this football game, to me, it's because the game is at home, and that's why I think they will. They'll ride the emotion of that crowd. Bo Nix hasn't turned the ball over since the first half against Oregon. This is not a defense that you want to play with that stat. To me, at some point, you're going to turn the ball over. This is the defense. They have 7 out of 13 takeaways on third downs. Watch out, Bo Nix on third down. And certainly, Gus Malzahn has done an excellent job with this football team. They beat Oregon on the neutral field. They won it, Texas A&M. But there's something special to me about the Swamp, and that's what comes out tomorrow.
And I will say this, too, that bodes well for Florida, or could. Look, Bo Nix is very good. He's getting better every game. But there's a lot of pressure on him in this game. This is the stadium where his dad went in there and threw the ball to Frank Sanders, and they're not talking about that. They asked Patrick Nix earlier, have you talked to him about that? He said, no, I just tell him I love him because, there's already enough pressure on him. There's pressure on, to Lauren's point, there's going to be pressure on him on the field because Florida can rush the passer. B, don't mess this one up. It's not like this isn't one you can just manage the game, I don't think. So we'll see. A wonderful game in Gainesville tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch. 3:30 CBS game day there in the morning. It is the college football world descends on Gainesville tomorrow, which is really a cool thing.
Certainly does, and you can hear that game right here on 92.5 FM tomorrow at 3:30.
All right, every day every Friday, we have a little something called Taking It to the Streets. It is brought to you by JOI. Here's Lauren Rue.
Well, we're taking it to the streets again with JOI, and I'm joined this week by Dr. Carrocillos. Do you like how I rolled that R there? Did I do it correctly?
Very good.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate you hanging with me today. How long have you been with JOI?
I've been 25 years as a foot and ankle specialist at the San Marco office.
Well, we've spoken about the Sulzbacher Center before here on Taking It to the Streets. Tell me how you are involved.
Correct. Well, JOI partner with a national company that is called Our Hearts to Your Souls that provide shoes to the clients of the homeless shelters across America. And JOI does it for the Sulzbacher here in Jacksonville.
And there's an event.
Thanksgiving holiday, it will take place across America.
And what exactly happens at that time? They ask people to donate money, shoes.
Correct. You can go to their websites, Our Hearts to Your Souls, to make donations. And what they do, they get shoes from different companies, gather resources from physicians, orthotists, and podorthists that will go to the center and measure and take care of a few foot and ankle problems for the clients there.
Do you do some exams
Yeah,
as well?
we do the exams. We typically end up washing their feet and trim toenails, calluses. If there are any wounds we can help them with, we can do that.
Well, that's a really awesome thing. I appreciate you coming by and sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
All right, Lauren, thank you very much. That is Taking It to the Streets, brought to you by JOI. We'll take a break. Our picks are next. We'll give you standings, point totals, and who likes who this week. All coming up on 1010XL and 92.5 FM, so stay with us.
The Frangie Show, live from the law offices of Brett Hastings' studio on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Hey, sports fans, this is Hayes Carlion from MyBookie.ag. Football season is in full swing. You waited to see how the first month would play out. Now you've seen who these teams really are. You're ready to cash in. That means it's time to bet, win, and get paid at MyBookie.ag. MyBookie.ag has more odds and more prop bets than any other sportsbook. I can tell you nobody pays out faster. You want your cash, you get your cash. The MyBookie lines have the Gators as a 3.5-point home underdog to Auburn tomorrow. The Jaguars are getting 3.5 points Sunday at Carolina. Kansas City is a 12-point home favorite over the Colts on Sunday night. Sign up now and MyBookie will double your first deposit up to $1,000. That's up to $1,000 in free money. Use promo code RADIO to get your double your money offer today. That's MyBookie.ag, promo code RADIO. You play, you win, you get paid at MyBookie.ag.
Go behind enemy lines with Jags beat reporter Hayes Carline.
Welcome to the Secret Service.
He travels with the team to bring you insights and interviews. Behind Enemy Lines is brought to you by Porsche Jacksonville on Atlantic and Pella Windows and Doors on 1010XL.
Hey, if you want an insurance agent, let me recommend Craig Dewhurst from State Farm. Call him at 940-9740. Whatever it is you need in the world of insurance, Craig can handle it for you. Automotive insurance, life insurance, homeowners, he's got it all. He'll also help you set it up. People really don't know, I tell you this all the time, what insurance to buy, how much to spend, how big your deductible should be. Go to a professional that's a good guy that wants to help you get it right. Craig Dewhurst, State Farm, call him at 940-9740.
Listen up, Jacksonville. Beaver Chevrolet is expanding and looking for the best of the best to join our family. Maintain your work-life balance, enjoy a positive atmosphere, and earn industry-leading pay. Our WOW opening of the month is for experienced mechanics. How about a $10,000 signing bonus? That's right, experienced technicians can take advantage of a $10,000 signing bonus. If you're ready to join the team, call General Manager Brett Morgan at 904-245-1422 or just stop by Beaver Chevrolet.
Hacker here for Blue Chew and BlueChew.com. Gentlemen, have you lost confidence when it comes to the bedroom? Well, it can happen to the best of us, right? Well, let me fill you in on something that will get your confidence back, and that's Blue Chew. What is Blue Chew? Well, Blue Chew is the first chewable performance enhancement for the bedroom. And the great thing about chewables, they can work up to twice as fast than regular pills. Guys, at BlueChew.com, your online physician consult is absolutely free. It only takes a few minutes to connect with a BlueChew.com affiliated physician. And if you qualify, you get prescribed online quickly. One of the best parts, no trips to the doctor or the pharmacy. That's because Blue Chew is sent directly to your front door in discreet packaging. Gentlemen, go to BlueChew.com, enter promo code JAX. That's JAX. When you do that, your first order of Blue Chew is free with only $5 shipping. Trust me, gentlemen. Go to BlueChew.com, enter promo code JAX, that's JAX, and get your confidence back. And get it back with Blue Chew.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important things we can have, and sometimes the most elusive. I'm Glenn Levine from the law offices of Anna John Levine. Car accidents can turn your life upside down. Your car is damaged, you're in pain, injuries can even create problems at work. While there's no magic wand, our team is ready to get you back on your feet as soon as possible. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 904-600-4000 for a consultation. That's 904-600-4000.
Office in Jacksonville. Don't miss David and Associates All Things Jacksonville. Bruce Arms and Chris Wayne talk Jacksonville history, people, places, and events with great guests and stories. Saturdays from 11 to noon on 1010XL.
This is Richard Miller with your Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles update. Last Friday was the release of Illusions Football, one of the sharper looking and more affordable card boxes of the season. With 3 autographed cards per box, it's a great way to find rookies like Kyler Murray, Daniel Jones, and Gardner Minshew. 1 mile north of the Avenues Mall at Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. Update your collection.
Come see the new showroom and new displays at the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center, located on Southside Boulevard across from Tinseltown. The friendly, experienced group of interior designers will help you transform your home. They specialize in kitchen design, bath design, and closet design. The Kitchen and Flooring Design Center is used by many builders, home remodelers, and assisted living communities in Jacksonville. Plus, you'll find brands like Timberlake, Doll Tile, Mohawk, Craftmade, Cambria, Legacy, and tons more. Head to floorsandkitchen.com or stop by the Kitchen and Flooring Design Center today.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them a solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at PlumbingJacksonville.com.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the 4th-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll-and lot bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality counts at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. 4 hours of nothing but football. Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Rehabilitation Football Friday night on 1010XL.
You know, well, I'm a chicken fried. A cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio. All
right, you know, we're almost out of here when you hear that, but that's not going to stop us from doing our picks in just a second. First, though, I'll update you on the news of today, specifically today, and it's today's 1010 Take, brought to you by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. It's a football show. We're talking football 99.9% of the time on these Fridays. But I'm watching Justin Verlander now.
Ugh.
I might rescind the comment I've stayed with for 30 years, and that is that Roger Clemens is the best right-hander of my lifetime. He might not be. Because I don't think Verlander's anywhere near done. I think he looks as good now as he did 10 years ago, and that doesn't usually happen. Usually in the fastball era, it's going to be harder and harder for pitchers to keep going because there's no more sinker ball guys. There's no more changeup right-handers. You got if you don't have velocity, you're kind of done until the game changes back. He still has it. Justin Verlander might wind up being the best right-hander of all time in my mind, and I never thought I would say that. He is that good. He's shutting out the Rays 4-0. They're on their way to the 7th inning. That is the 10-10 Take.
10-10 Take.
Now, let's get to the picks. What do you got for me, Brooke? Give me some music in there, Gib. What do you got for me here, Brooke? Give me the standings, please.
Would you like the overall record or the point standings?
Oh, boy.
We got. Can we hire somebody?
We got to be out of here by 5.
What would you like first? That's the only question. I have everything you need. My math is done thanks to the spreadsheet.
Okay. The standings
The
are
standings-
hang on. The standings are the points.
Are the points.
So that would be one and the
All
same.
right, so-
and then you can tell the record after.
Frank is in the lead with 19 points. Then Hayes, you and I are tied with 17 points. And Gibby is just behind with 16 points. The overall records, Hayes 15-9. Frank and I are tied at 14-10. Gibby 13-11. So we are really all bunched together. The only reason Frank is ahead of you and I, Hayes, by
Is
the
the
2
bonus
points,
points.
are the 2 bonus points, which are the Jaguars'
Yeah,
pick.
somebody's got.
I don't acknowledge the bonus points, so
the-
I'm the champion right now.
The way go back up to the top, please. The way a lot of people would have read that was Frank's ahead with 19 points. His record is 14-10. Hayes and I are both at 17 points. Hayes is 15-9, mine's 14-10, and Gibby comes in fourth with 16 points. His record is 13-11. Some people would have read it like that. Okay, now I'm
deleting the spreadsheet
I'm just saying, that's
here
how,
on your birthday,
okay.
and you can have it from here on out.
That was a teachable moment for you. Moving forward, that's how you read it.
You just said you wanted the standings first, then the overall
The standings
record.
are the same as the overall record. I said read the standings.
And then the overall record. So I read the standings in...
Anyway, as we move forward, that'd be a good way to do it.
He's just trying
I'm
to
out.
rattle you on your picks.
I know, but I'm out. Somebody else is taking over from here. I set up the spreadsheet. Somebody else can do it.
All right, here we go. The picks this week. Let's go right to them. I like what we've got here. Let's start with Virginia Tech at Miami. Andrew Gibson, he hails from Appalachian State. Who do you like?
We're still undefeated, by the way. I like Miami. We'll take Miami.
Miami says Gibby. Hayes Carline.
I think DJ Dallas runs for 180 yards. Virginia Tech can't stop the run. I like Miami big.
Lauren Brooks.
Yeah, I think Jaron Williams is going to have a day. Give me the Hurricanes.
I will take him as a clean sweep. Auburn travels to Florida. Lauren, who do you like?
I have the Gators riding the emotion of the home crowd. It is going to be loud and awesome, and I've got Florida winning, but a close one.
Lauren likes Florida at home. Hayes Carline from the Bowl School, please.
I think Van Jefferson and Trevon Grimes have outstanding days. I think Trask shows a lot of maturity, and I think the defense does just enough late to get a couple key stops, turnovers, to preserve a Florida 26-24 victory over an electrifying Swamp crowd.
Woo!
Die-hard Atlanta Braves fan, agonizing right now, but tough.
Yeah, that
scrappy.
game's on any second, right?
Gibby, who do you like? Florida, Auburn.
Well, the SEC is known for the lines of scrimmage every single year, and this Auburn defensive line is recognized as one of the best they've seen in years. I'm going to go with Auburn.
Sadly, I got to come with you, Gibster. So Gibby and I like Auburn. Hayes and Lauren think Florida's going to win that game. We will see. NFL music, please, Gib. He's so good. He's just so fast and efficient. Let's start out with Ravens on the road to play the Steelers. Hayes Carline from the Mossfire Grill, please.
Boy, you're 2 for 2 today. I will take Baltimore. I think Lamar Jackson can outscore Mason Rudolph.
He says on the road, the Ravens win it. Lauren Brooks.
I also have the Ravens. I understand the Steelers beat the Bengals by a lot, but the Bengals are trash.
I think the Steelers are as average as can be. I will take the Ravens as well. Gibster.
Yeah, I like Baltimore in this game. Mason Rudolph is averaging like 3 yards an attempt, and he's facing Lamar Jackson. Give me the Ravens.
Right back at you, Gibby. The Bills at the Titans.
Wow, this is a good game. Music City Miracle rematch, I guess you can say. I like Buffalo here. Actually, no, take that back. I forgot.
He made an adjustment.
How about that?
Josh
Love
Allen's
it.
out. I forgot. Josh Allen's out.
I think he's questionable,
Well,
if that's what you're basing it on.
I thought he was.
I think he practiced in full today and is questionable. Now, he may not play, so that certainly could sway it.
Who do you want?
But I don't want to.
I'll still take the Titans there at home.
I'll go second. I'll take the Titans as well. Lauren.
I've got the Titans.
And Hayes.
Titans.
Okay.
I like Buffalo.
So everybody picked the Ravens, everybody picked the Titans, and everybody picked Miami. The only thing we're different on so far is Auburn, Florida.
All right. Let's go Packers, Cowboys. Lauren, you're up first. Packers on the road in Dallas.
Hardest game for me to pick, but I'm going to go with the road team, the Packers, even though I do think the Cowboys are going to be upset about that Monday night loss. But it's a short week, so I've got the Pack.
Green Bay for Lauren. How about Hayes Carline?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Dallas. No Devontae Adams. I worry about Green Bay's pass game. I think Dak Prescott's having an unbelievable year. They'll shake off the loss. I like the Cowboys.
Gibby.
I think this is a monster game for Ezekiel Elliott. The Packers just got chewed up the last couple weeks against the run, so I like Dallas.
I'm going to come with Dallas as well. So game picker-upper for Brooks, perhaps.
All right.
And that leads us to Jags on the road to play the Carolina Panthers. Hayes Carline, would you please lead us off?
How many points is this worth?
This is worth 2.
Oh, okay. This is worth 2. All right, the money ball.
Yeah, the money ball.
I like the Jaguars here. I think Fournette is going to get going again. I think Gardner Minshew will make some plays above the X's and O's like we've seen. And I do think the Jaguars front will play better than they did last week. So I like the Jaguars 21-14. 17.
Lauren Brooks.
I think this is going to be a big game for Dede Westbrook. We haven't seen him explode really yet,
I like it.
but I like him against the Panthers, and I've got the Jaguars going to 3-2.
I'm going to take the Jaguars too. I've liked them all week in this game. I've bought into the magic. Give me Jacksonville on the road. Andrew Gibson.
See, this is more fun when somebody goes the other way.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to take Carolina. I don't want to, but Carolina. This is a really tough game. I think last week was a big win for the Jags, but the Broncos didn't have a win. Carolina's a good team. They're 2-2, as are the Jaguars. I like Carolina at home, partly because I want to be different.
All right, so Gibby's got game picker-upper in Jags-Panthers. Brooks has game picker-upper potential in Packers-Cowboys. Gibby and I like Auburn. Hayes and Lauren think Florida's going to win. Everything else is pretty much the same. Those are our picks. One more time, Lauren, can you read the standings, please?
Only because it's your birthday. Frank has 19 points. His overall record is 14-10. Hayes has 17 points. His overall record is 15-9. I have 17 points. My overall record is 14-10. Gibby has 16 points, and his overall record is 13-11.
That's the best of all time. You just killed it.
That was a lot of work. If you can see how I have this constructed, that was a lot of work.
But you did a good job. Well done. Nicely done. All right. We got about 5 or so minutes to go in the program here. What a weekend it's going to be. Very excited, truly excited about Florida-Auburn. I wish the Gators could find a way. I think, and I'll say this. By the way, did you watch the HBO?
It was outstanding.
It was really good. It was real. And Lauren, I know you're going to watch it over the weekend. It was really good. It was you called it too. I mean, and by the way, if this is a dumb comment, I don't think it is. Is the narrator guy Ray Donovan?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Ray Donovan doing the narrating.
It is.
He does everything on HBO.
He does.
Yeah. So Ray Donovan did a great job.
Yeah.
I thought so. Do you know who I'm talking about? Liev Schreiber. Okay, is Ray Donovan. He's also the narrator guy.
He was in the Scream movies.
Yeah, that's okay. People would know him from that. So the
I can't wait to watch it.
It's really good, and it's you're right about Megan Mullen. She looks fantastic in it. I mean, she comes off is phenomenal in it.
Perfect coach's wife.
Yeah, she does. She really does. He's good in it.
He is.
Mullen, he's funny. He's really funny. He says all the right stuff. This was his publicist could have produced this.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the school overall, but he's the whole time he's good. He's funny. He looks the part. I'm not a documentaries guy. I'm not. I don't watch I like some of the 30 for 30s, but I'm not locked in just because it's the next 30 for 30.
Oh, I do love those.
Yeah, most people do. I'm in the minority there, but I like the good ones, but I don't like it just because it's the 30 for 30. But I will tell you, it is really good. Savage is tremendous.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, Nick
With the megaphone.
Oh, he is really fun. Nick Savage is real. The beeping megaphone. He's really good. It was and I do feel like this. You feel like you got to know those players better, didn't you? Josh Hammond was hilarious.
He was.
I thought he was the funniest guy.
Yeah, there's a closeness that you can tell.
Yeah, and I will tell you.
And the old ball coach cameo was
phenomenal. Was tremendous. The ball coach stopped by. The best part of it was the Felipe Franks part.
Yeah.
It was really well. Lauren, you will love the Felipe Franks.
I saw a tweet that said, like, this Megan Mullen and Felipe Franks moment is making me tear up. So I can understand that there's a lot of good emotions.
And it's not just her and him. It's a lot. But, I mean, his girlfriend's in it. His mom's in it. It's really good. It is really well done.
And they got after him at the half of the Townsend game.
Yeah, they did.
Which was good to see.
Yeah, well, both he and Grantham. Yeah, but it was really well done. If Florida wins the game, then I'm not going to ever say playing at LSU's house money. It's not house money. But if Florida wins this game, if they can find a way to win this game, they can lose at LSU, provided they win at South Carolina, which is no laydown. They can win at LSU. They can lose at LSU and still be relatively well positioned to play Georgia. Now, you may not beat Georgia. Georgia's really good. But all you want is to walk into that Georgia game with a chance to win the East. If you get to the Georgia game with a chance to win the East, it's been a pretty good year. So it's a gigantic opportunity for Florida. It really, really is. You got the orange and blue on.
Of course I do.
You did your
it's Friday.
part. You did your part. So
that's right. If Florida somehow were to beat both Auburn and LSU on the road, who's favored in Florida, Georgia?
Georgia, but it would be it would if they beat if they win the next two, including LSU on the road
and South Carolina. Let's say.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah.
Well, then
if they win out,
I'm just assuming.
Well,
that
then the
one.
line's
because
4.
if you beat both of those teams, you better beat.
But then the line's 4, not 11.
Right.
I think today the line's 11. I think the line's 4 if those two things happen.
Georgia has Tennessee, obviously, this weekend at Tennessee. Then South Carolina at home. Then Kentucky at home before Florida, Georgia.
Give me a Georgia Tennessee score.
48-6.
Yeah. I think. I think probably. Yeah, same game. I was going to say 41-14, 41-17, but I think it's the same game.
By the way, speaking of Tennessee, Jeremy Pruitt did remove Jeremy Banks from the Tennessee program.
Yeah, Jimmy Himes told me yesterday he didn't think he was going to. He wasn't even going to suspend him. I said, whoa, boy. I mean, if you heard what he said on the tape, you can't, no matter what the circumstances were, there's no way you can keep him on the team.
And nowadays, I do think programs are affected by social media and things like that.
Jaguars win, Lauren, the confidence they come back here with to play a good Saints team. But they win this game and Minshew plays well again, I think they might become the story in the NFL for the week, not just one of the big stories.
Absolutely. It is a lovable team right now with the guy at the helm in Gardner Minshew. And the Saints, yes, good team. But I still think this Jaguars defense can make Teddy Bridgewater look really bad. So, yes, they're going to come back with a lot of confidence. I think they have a lot of confidence right now in their signal caller, and I think this defense is ready to get after it because they heard all week that they didn't get to Joe Flacco, and they should have in their minds.
I think it also helps in terms of the Saints game. Playing McCaffrey this week, I think sort of helps get in the right mindset of the challenges that Kamara will present when New Orleans comes here. So if you're going to have to play these two elite backs, and the schedule says everybody in the South has to play the NFC South, so we're all going to have to play them. I kind of think it's nice to play them back-to-back because you're I think there will be a lot of similarities, particularly with it being Bridgewater and not Breeze. I think there'll be a lot of similarities in how the Jaguars try. So you almost you'd like to win Sunday, but you'd also like to get some trial and error in terms of what you liked in that matchup, what you didn't, and then alter it as you play Alvin Kamara, because they're both incredibly gifted players, but they're also very similar in how their teams utilize them to attack the defense.
Updating the baseball, the Astros lead the Rays 5-0, bottom of 7. So it looks like Houston's going to go on and win this one. Best out of 5 series here.
By the way, you talked about Verlander earlier. He said yesterday he wants to pitch till he's 45.
And there's no evidence he might not, Gib. I mean, it's in this changing world. I mean, he still has velo. That's the thing. There's pitchers that learn how to pitch. Frank Tanana had the best line. Do you remember Frank Tanana, the left-hander for the Angels? He said, I threw in the 90s and the 70s and in the 70s and the 90s. He had the greatest line ever. It was an awesome line. Folks,
Good luck today, Gibby.
All right, thank you, guys.
Gibby, go Braves.
That's right. We got to finally get one.
You don't want him cheering for you, Gibby. It's 5-0.
Yeah, I'm the wrong guy. I've cursed you. I cursed him yesterday. It already
Correct.
started.
Come on, bullpen.
Folks, that is our program. But don't go anywhere. Rick Ballou is up next. 2 more hours into the night with Rick Ballou as we continue the JOI Football Friday night. We're out of here. Have a great weekend. For Gibby, Lauren, and Hayes, I'm Frank Frangie. So long.